following documentary is about a local Vietnam veteran who, even through the trials and tribulations of the Vietnam War, overcame those odds so that he can make a difference in the lives of youth to better these United States of America. Here is his story. Our local hero, Oscar Bickard, was an infantry soldier. The specific type of militia known as infantrymen are soldiers who fight on foot.
I was always infantry. And I loved the infantry. And people would say, why would you do that? To put you right on the front lines, but it was just the best thing for me.
Oscar's platoon was sent on a Zippo mission to eradicate a supply point on the Ho Chi Minh Trail. A Zippo mission is where a platoon is sent to a village in order to burn it with Zippo lighters, thus the name.
It's a story pretty much about three young Marines, me being one of them, who one day sat with their backs up against a tree trying to catch some shade, waiting for a chopper to go out on a mission. And one of them was a young black man from Brooklyn named Willie Brown, and the other was I called him Smitty, but his name was Tom Smith, who was a white gentleman from down North Carolina. Of course, I was from Columbus, Ohio. Brownie wanted to be a teacher, and he wanted to go back to Brooklyn, and he knew he could make a difference when he got back into the world for young people there. And so did Smitty. So they had decided, when we get out of this mess, we're going to make a commitment right here and now that we're going to go back, we're going to go to college, and we're going to be teachers.
When they entered the village that they were assigned to destroy, they were ambushed and surrounded by Viet Cong.
And we were immediately into a nasty firefight. There was bullets, bombs, and whatever else flying around that more than we really thought we could handle.
After the battle, and eventually a hasty retreat, the Viet Cong, though they pressed, eventually broke off. They realized that a friend was nowhere to be found.
We noticed that Brownie was not with us. And Smitty was right beside me because we were inseparable. We were like brothers. And we wanted to go look for him. He wouldn't let us do it. So we sat there and we kept after him. And about the time we about ready to convince him that he would let us go out for 2 hours to see if we could find Brownie, and Brownie come wandering in and out of the jungle. I did what you never want to do in a combat situation, is I not only exposed myself, but I exposed Brownie to a bad situation, and I believe because I stood up and exposed myself and ran over, and I was giving Brownie the biggest brotherly hug you could ever give him because I was glad to see him. And it was during that hug that a sniper fired his rifle and took off the back of Brownie's head. And by the time I laid Brownie down on the ground, he was dead.
Willie Brown never got to come back to America to pursue his dream and become a teacher. His buddy Tom Smith moved to Florida to teach, and sadly recently passed away. Today, Oscar works for a high school. He teaches and makes a difference in the lives of youth every single day. He is an educator of the children in the MD department, also known as the Multiple Disabilities Department. Most importantly, Oscar kept his promise that he made under the tree in Vietnam so many years ago. This is Thomas reporting. Good night, America.